Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse today, Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. There's a lot going on down here today. We're obviously, we're covering a number of trials, but there's going to be a proceeding at noon, there should be, with the long not seen former Honduran president, Juan Orlando Hernandez, JOH, supposed to be at noon. We'll see how he's doing. When last we heard from him, he was complaining that on the basketball court they weren't giving him the basketball in the MDC. Let's see whether he's scored some points and what's happening more seriously on the whole narco-Honduras front. That's something that we cover closely. There's also a Deripaksa related hearing at 3 about Olga Shiriki, so we'll be doing that as well. But before that, and this is not international, but actually it is, Larry Ray, the famous sex cultist of Sarah Lawrence, we covered his trial in great detail and also published a small booklet about it. There was a John's list. You see, Larry Ray turned out as a prostitute and nearly suffocated with a plastic bag. We're right down into the gutter here. Claudia Drury. It was a very tragic thing. Today at 11:30 there'll be an oral argument on whether suffocating with a plastic bag constitutes physical injury under New York law. I think it really should. This is about his sentencing. But I have to say, an individual by the name of somebody on the John's list has stepped forward trying to make legal threats. And all I can say is that there's a list. Maybe a person didn't know that the prostitute they went to was being strangled with a plastic bag, but it's always a possibility. And truth is a defense. And there's also a New York State anti-SLAPP law. So, ready for action. Meanwhile, the United Nations, there is no law. In fact, there's not even the most basic forms of fairness. While Guterres gallivants the globe, reading the long speeches and promoting Russian ammonia, most recently in Bali, closer to home, his friendly journalists give awards to themselves with no recusal. The winner is, in fact, a man who tried to censor the press and will be standing in line in a tuxedo to get money apparently donated by Chinese bribers who buy tables in December. But more on that to come. We will not rest. Inner City Press.